Lovely. And just take your feet, guys, a little bit wider than your squat stance and give me 10 hip circles, 5 in each direction. Really pushing that hip out into the side, guys, as far as you can until you feel that stretch. Hi, Nicole, we're just started.
Morning.
Lovely. Once you've done 10 and 10, guys, we're going to pop down onto the mat, onto your back. Lovely. You can lean back, support yourself with your elbows. We're going to extend one leg out in front. You can keep your opposite leg bent. And we're going to go for 10 single leg circles, again, 5 in each direction. So taking it up to your nose as far as you can, dropping it out to the side, let the weight of your leg hang heavy, and then sweeping all the way down to the start. So 5 in one direction, nice and slow. Really try and push out into that end range. 3, 4, and 5, keeping as much tension in the leg as you can. And then you're going to reverse. So you're going to bring your leg out to the side, all the way as far as you can, then up through to the center and straight back down for 5. So take your time. And I know it's a circle, but try and get into each kind of corner, getting your hip to open up as much as you can. Really nice, guys. Before you bring your leg up, scoop it all the way wide. Wider than you think. And then, of course, go on to the opposite side when you're done. Point those toes, squeeze the quads. Really good work, well done. Excellent. We're going to stay here in our backs for the next one. I'm just going to turn away from the camera to show you. So you can lie flat this time. You don't need a wall. Just to take those legs straight up at 90 degrees. And we're going to bring them as wide as we can and close for 10. Take about a 2 or 3 second pause in your open straddle position. Feel that stretch on the inner quads and back to the top for 10 reps. Actively pulling them open and then closing for 10. Make sure those heels, guys, are closer to your face than the floor. So make sure you're right up at 90 degrees with the legs. Lovely. You can rest the neck and head. Super work. All right, we're going to stay on our back just for a little stretch here. They should feel good on the low backs if they're sore. Sorry, I'm kind of dark down here today. So just rest on the floor. We're going to take your knee, and I want you to think of bringing it up to your shoulder so you can interlock your fingers, bring it around your shin, and just pull that knee slightly to the outside of the body, aiming it towards your armpit, and give it a good squeeze here. And then with that straight leg, I just want you to think about reaching down through your heel. So you're just creating as much space and length through your hips, through the middle. And you can pull that bent knee out the side as much as you want. And take a couple of deep breaths. All right, guys, we're going to keep opening up that knee. So I want you to just drop that knee out to the outside. Take your hand onto your inner leg here and just press it open, keeping both glutes flat on the floor, so you can take your other hand onto the front of your hip just to make sure it's not lifting. So letting that knee fall out, keeping it bent up nice and high, and using that arm just to open it up. And relax. And then one more here, guys. You're going to guide that knee back to center and bring it all the way over and across your body, just for a little glute back stretch here. Lovely. Very nice, guys. Okay, just switch legs for me. So again, start by bringing your knee all the way up to your armpit. Interlock your fingers over your shin and give it a really tight squeeze, guys. Pulling it straight up, slightly to the outside of your body, so in towards your armpit. And then imagine reaching down through the heel of your opposite leg. So big kind of lengthening stretch here. Excellent. So imagine someone's pulling on your straight leg. Lovely. And when you're ready, then just drop that knee to the outside, but keep that high knee bend. Keep it pulled up. And just let it drop out to the side. We're not going over and across the body yet. We're opening the hips. Yeah. There you go, Owen. Lovely. Very nice. And now we can bring it back through the center and over across the body. Get a little bit of a low back glute stretch here. Excellent, guys. All right, just sit up for me. We're going to stay on the floor. Coming into our 90-90 stretch. So nice straight posture here. Taking your legs out to a 90-degree position. Knees are bent at 90 as well. Pop your hands behind you. Sit up as straight as you can. And we'll just go for 10 swivel hips here. So dropping your knees down to the left and back to the right. Again, nice and slow. Take about a 3 to 5 second pause at each turn. And if you can, guys, think about leaning forward into this stretch and keeping both butt cheeks on the floor. Even though one will inevitably lift slightly, there'll be a little bit of space there, but the idea that you're pressing it down to the floor and get your good stretch into that hip crease. Lovely. So just making your way through 10. Nice and easy. Super, guys. On your 10th rep, I just want you to stay here. It doesn't matter if it's left or right, and we're going to move our way into a pigeon pose here. So we're going to start with our legs in the bent position. I'm going to turn or rotate my shoulders. And we're going to take a forward lean here or hinge, dropping our chest down towards our mid shin, finding just a gentle stretch into our pigeon here. And we're going to stay in this position for 60 seconds. And then we're going to straighten out that back leg. So really turning both shoulders down so they're parallel with the floor. Just check and see if one is slightly higher than the other. Lovely. And as you lean, guys, think of lengthening through the spine. So rather than rounding over, I want you to think about reaching your chest and chin forward and down. So pick a spot out in front of you and try to reach your chin out to that spot. That'll help to lengthen the spine. Coming into a more of a hinge position rather than a round back. Good, nice deep breaths, guys. We're here for another 20 seconds and we're gonna hold this stretch. We're just gonna extend that back leg and maybe lift the hips up and off the floor slightly, depending on how flexible your pigeon stretch is. All right, guys, so as you hold it, you can just watch me. So I'm going to straighten out that back leg. Now I can see here that my hips are very twisted. So my back hip is really kind of turned out to the side of my body. So what I'm going to do is use my hands, pick up my hips and try to take that hip down to the floor. So I'm supporting myself on my hands. My front knee is quite high off the floor, but I'm coming into a good strict pigeon and I'm going to hold it here for another minute. Now, if you're a really good pigeon, you might be able to keep those hips lower to the floor. But just to check in with your position, your bent knee at the front, your heel and your knee should be in a nice straight line. Super, Carly, you've got some added pressure there into that stretch. Lovely. Really nice, guys. Breathe. Little upper body work here if you are supporting yourself on your hands. That looks really nice, Jenny. So if you can, we'll go for 20 more seconds here. Super work. All right, guys, 3, 2, 1, excellent. So just sit back, come through your swivel hips again, bringing yourself over to the opposite side. So coming across and over, getting that good shape in your legs. I've got 90-degree bend in both knees. I'm going to turn my upper body and then hinge forward, trying to reach that chin out in front, getting a nice stretch right into my glutes. Lovely. So this one kind of focuses the stretch into your front glute, or that knee. So Carly, at the moment, just keep your back knee bent as well. Let me show you. So I'm in this position. Both knees have that 90-degree bend, and I'm going to come forward from here. So this is really relaxing the back hip, back leg. I shouldn't feel anything here. You're just focusing on that front leg. That hip and glute should be feeling all the stretch. Lovely, guys. Keep extending that chin. Reach it out a little bit further. Feel the stretch into your glutes. My description of this one is like someone's pulling the muscle off the bone nearly. We'll go for 10 more seconds here. Lovely, guys. And before we move, if you want to watch me, so I'm going to extend my back leg straight here. Now I can see I'm very twisted, so I'm going to use my hands to pick my hips up and they come right up off the floor, so I can get both hips nice and square with the ground. And as you can see, my front hip or my front knee is very high here, but it is in line with my ankle. So that's what I'm aiming for here. Excellent. Really nice work. So you're trying to reach that back leg straight back. So the front of your hip, or the front of your foot, the front of your knee is facing the floor, not turned out to the side. Excellent. Dropping those hips down to the floor. The front of both hips are facing the floor. Super. 10 more seconds. Excellent, guys. And relax. All right, we're going to do our Cossack squats next. So quick demo for you. We're going to move through 10 and then we'll come into a little hold. So remember, as wide as you can with those legs, reach the hips back, bending one knee, driving it out towards your pinky. As you get down towards the floor, you can open up this straight leg. So lift the toe and knee to the sky and see if you can sit those hips right back and down. Looking for full knee compression on this bent leg. All right, and then back to stand. Push the hips back, knee bends out towards the baby toe, and then this leg turns up to the sky, and see if you can get those hips all the way back and down and through center. So take your time, work your position. We're going for 5 on each side, taking about a 5-second pause at the bottom of each. Lovely. And as I said, you can keep your heel of the bent knee up off the ground if you need. I'm going to encourage everyone to keep your hands on the inside of your bent knee so you can push that knee outwards. Very nice, Carly. Great position. Good, Owen. If you want to lift the heel of that bent knee, Owen, so come up onto your heel. There you go. Very nice. And get a little bit more knee compression there. Super. Very nice, Alex. Good, T. Both hands on the inside. Very nice. Good, Nicole. Nice. Jenny, if you can lift your chest a little bit, Jenny. Good. Excellent. Really nice. They look absolutely super. Lovely, Anna. All right, guys, when you've come to your 10th rep, we're going to actually hang out for about 45 seconds in the bottom of that position if you can. So if you are with the heel up, you can lean forward as much as you can here. So I'm right forward here, just to help me get full knee compression on that bent knee. All right. I want your straight leg, foot turned up to the sky, knee is turned up, so I'm getting a really nice stretch in between my two legs here. And again, even if you have something to hold on to that allows you come to a flat foot, so any kind of kitchen table or something steady that you can reach out and hold in front can be really helpful to get you into that low position. All right, guys, so roughly 45 seconds. You're all kind of on a different count, so I'll let you guys. Nice, Carly. Can you straighten that straight leg, Carly, for me? There you go, yeah, and turn the foot right up to the sky. Really nice, guys. And if it feels a little bit off balance, try getting your feet further away from each other. So that straight leg, try to push it out a little bit more. Super, Donal. I hope that knee compression feels okay. Yeah, it's the other leg.
Is it okay if you can't get your foot to the ground?
Absolutely, Philly. Yeah. So just see if you can bend your knee fully, but you can stay on the ball of your foot. So when you're ready, guys, take it to the other side in roughly 45 seconds again. And just play with the idea, guys, that if your feet are too close together, widening that straddle for me. In this position, both hands should be on the inside of your knee, Sinead. So take both hands on the inside and push that knee out of the way. Lovely. That's also going to help to open up your hips and through the middle. Lovely, guys. Alrighty, we've got one more stretch to get through. So we're going on our back for this one, guys, with our straddle in the air. If you do have a wall that you can work with, I want you just to clear some space so that you can get your hips right up to that wall so your legs are going up the wall. If not, you can just do it in the middle of the floor, but trying to keep those knees and feet up over your hips. Lovely. Yeah, even the side of that, Carly, would be good. Perfect. All righty.
Louis, come on. Come here.
All right, guys. So scoot your hips in as close as you can to the wall. So you're just touching the wall nearly with your bum cheeks. All right, we're going to start with just 10 active reps. So pull your heels off the wall slightly. Open them as wide as you can like we did in the warm-up and close. We'll just go through 10 reps here to get ourselves warmed up. Very nice. And get as much tension as always in those legs. Keeping your heels off the wall, guys, if you are using a wall. And of course, on that 10th rep, guys, we're going to let our legs hang heavy out to the side. Very nice. And you're just going to take your hands just above your knees on the inside of your leg to apply a little bit of pressure downwards, getting those hips as open as you can. Good job, Layla. Very nice, guys. Heels are slightly off the wall just to make them work. And we've done this one before. So when I say go, guys, I want you to try and press down into your legs with your hands while trying to close your legs at the same time. So opposite forces. We're going to do it as strong as we can for 10 seconds. All right, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, off you go. So trying to close your legs, but pushing them wider with your hands. 5 seconds to go, guys. Really strong pressure. 3, 2, 1. Relax your hands. And now I want you to try and actively pull your feet wider using your muscles. Again, if you're using the wall, try and keep those heels just off the wall so they're not resting. Super, guys. We'll do that one more time. So take the hands to the inside of your knee. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. So pushing them open and trying to close them at the same time. Really feel your adductors working. Increase the intensity. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands and now try to open those legs further. Very nice. So 30 seconds here, guys. We're just going to let the legs hang heavy. Now you can relax your heels on the wall. Very nice work. Some deep breaths. Okay, and as you keep holding here, guys, we're going to finish in a happy baby. So you'll stay exactly where you are. But we're going to bend our knees towards the outside of our body, towards our armpits again, taking our hands on the inside of our legs. You'll have a quick look at me here. So bending those knees down, arms on the inside, they're going to wrap around the arches of your feet. And you're going to try and pull those knees to the floor. Soles of the feet are up to the sky. And we'll hold here, guys. Relax for about 2 minutes. Excellent. So you can take your hands on the inside of your foot or the outside, whichever you feel is a better stretch or more comfortable. Try to pull your feet nice and wide. Getting your knees as close to the ground on the outside of your body as you can. Very nice, guys. And if you can see me, just for a little added stretch here. So from here, I'm going to kick one leg straight. Just see how straight I can get it. And then bring it back to my bend. And kick while keeping your hand holding your foot. Okay. Just try a couple of those. You'll feel it into the back of your hamstring. Very nice. Super, Carly. Good, Owen. All right, we'll come back to our happy baby for the last 30 seconds here. Make sure those feet aren't coming towards each other fully good. So feet are nice and wide. Soles of your feet are facing up to the ceiling.